50% of the population loses hair. For them, the goal is to reverse the problem. For the other 50%, the goal is to prevent it from happening in the first place. We created Revita as a result of a 5-year effort in the relentless development of a product to establish the ultimate therapy for maintaining healthy hair growth and a healthy scalp. If you could have a shampoo that not only cleansed your hair, but also provided additional therapeutic benefits, such as preventing hair loss and keeping your scalp in its most healthy state, then that would be the most comprehensive shampoo product available in the market. And it also turns out that the ultra-premium ingredients deployed in Revita are not just good for your scalp, but also great for your hair.
Even with these powerful ingredients, Revita is more gentle to skin than baby shampoo.
A lot of people already know that Revita is the world's best scalp therapy. But what many people don't know is that it is also the best cosmetic shampoo for your hair. And we're going to show several examples of that today.
To illustrate Revita's superior cosmetic effects, we have commissioned a double-blind study to be performed in one of Miami's most prestigious salons. In this venue, 3 experienced stylists compare Revita against 3 popular brands. At the end of each test, they will pick a brand they like most.
I always say that hair is a person's ultimate accessory. That's where true style comes in, when something looks effortless. Some of the most seasoned stylists and colorists, estheticians, nail techs, work in the store from many, many different disciplines. We gave you the best selection or the best representation of the salon in terms of someone that's a great stylist, someone that's a great razor cutter, and someone who's a great precision-based hairdresser. Mario comes from a completely different discipline, extremely talented, works with a major product company as one of their representatives as well, and travels basically all over the United States. He makes up the talent pool in their organization, and he's a major team player.
In this circumstance, the left side, I felt like I was able to get it really clean in just one shampoo because it lathered and it got really soapy. The right side was much more difficult for me to get my brush through it. Even me running my fingers through it, it gets kind of tangled towards the end. The left side, however, feels clean. It feels like the palette is just softer, and it also has more of a touchability that I don't have on the right side. And as far as the end result, obviously I definitely prefer side B because it's just softer, it's cleaner, and it's more touchable as well. It's easier for me to run my fingers through it, whereas side B, it feels almost like she has split ends on the side. As I get through the ends, it gets kind of like tangled, whereas the left side it's just much easier for me to brush my fingers through.
Kasha, who's a recent recruit of ours, she comes from one of the top salons in Florida. The thing that I loved about Kasha the most was her energy, her verve, her vitality, and she's also extremely talented hair cutter and colorist. In terms of quality of work, her quality is unsurpassed.
was shampooing Jasmine's hair today, I did feel that this side is a little bit denser. When I was styling it, I did have a hard time actually pulling on the hair. Compared to this side, with shampooing, it didn't lather as much, the hair is much softer. It's actually taming down her flyaways. Even though she has breakage, when you pull the hair up, it just, you see how it just clumps into place? It just doesn't fall right. Compared to this side, it just falls naturally and it's soft. This side's a little bit softer, but I feel it gives it a little bit more volume, so I prefer this side.
Audra comes from an esteemed background. She worked for Revita for almost 10 years. She was very successful with that company, so it was only natural that she would be in my top selection. Audra's extremely talented in precision hair cutting. She has worked on many magazine covers and videos. She's had many accolades from some of the major magazines in the country. She was a great choice for us to give to you guys.
The right side had a little more foam. It was a little easier to shampoo. The left side a little bit less. While blow drying it, I found that the left side, however, was a lot smoother and silkier to be able to dry it. The brush moved through it a little bit easier, whereas I had a little bit of a grip to it more on the right side.
There's a lot of bias that most people feel when connected to a brand. So, you know, for instance, you're using a certain brand, you're used to it, and you know that it is being applied to your hair, and then I ask you for feedback on that product. Your feedback may be at least slightly biased because you have some preconceived notions that come attached to that brand. So and this is the nature of all of our studies, is that we do it in a completely double-blind fashion where the subject doesn't know what products are being used, and the person, or the technician, or the stylist, whoever it may be that's applying the product also doesn't know what they're using, and hence it's double-blind.